to everybody. I'd like to thank you for joining us this day, whenever you're watching this. This is the Lemurian Priestesses. We're joining together for a heartfelt healing that we'll be doing. I have several women that are here with me today and others who are joining in hearts and spirits. And so I'd like everybody to just introduce yourself. I'm Wendy Napolitano, and Aurora, go ahead.
I am Aurora Rose, and I am a fractal of Archangel Metatron.
Holly?
Holly from Quintessence Healing Arts, also part of the Lemurian Sisterhood, amongst a zillion other things.
Sarah?
Sarah Sanborn, living in Northern California, and just how do I explain it? Just bringing in the Great Divine Mother's energy. I'm very excited to be here, and let's do this. Let's rock and roll.
Awesome. Wait, who's left here? Dino? Who have I missed? Who hasn't introduced themselves?
Do you know?
Dino didn't.
Yeah.
Dino, would you like to say anything?
Oh,
Hello?
I'm sorry. I'm a little delay over here. This is Dino Gardner. I'm still figuring out where I fit in all this, but I'm exploding in light. That's all I can really say. Just adding to it.
Absolutely beautiful. And so we're going to start with some light language, and then we'll introduce what we're going to be doing with Sarah, who has called all of us to this meeting, but we are, of course, co-creating. So we hope that you feel the beautiful energy as we're working together. So Aurora, please go ahead and begin with a light language blessing.
Anto Shandagan, Domborindikes, Ashon to Shinkatas, Omborindikinda, Omborstan Sakantush.
Namaste. Thank you. And now, Holly.
My pleasure. Adeo kotutia, shosotakia ta andia, oroza ti a katino uchesatia, oroza in akotuchia sandia, adayina kucha satayana, maaya, namaste.
Beautiful. And now, if I can ask the ladies to go ahead and turn their mics off while Sarah gives us some direction. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's see. Part of what I wanted to do was express, first of all, I want to say that this is not a coven. For some reason, I just felt like I needed to say that. I have participated in something like that like 20 years ago. And so this is really a heartfelt share for all of us. And I never really studied with one like a coven before in my life in this body. I did take a class from somebody. So who was, I think she had one of her own. So I think what it is, you know, as we know, there's been a lot of manipulation with the Great Divine Mother's energy, right? And so the reason I'm saying that right off the bat is because in this instance, I think we're kind of graduated from that personally in what we're doing as Lemurian Priestesses reuniting in this particular time space reality on Earth, is because it's no longer, because let me just put it this way, the darkies are using the dark energy, black magic priestesses, okay, and they're using it and they've abused the elementals in that way. So that's why I'm saying that right off the bat. It's not a coven. We're Christed consciousness sisters. That's where my intention is to bring that to the table. And that's something that I've been really strongly working with the Magdalene Collective, working with Lord Yeshua. And, you know, this is the high vibrational and the ascended masters, right? That we roll with. That's kind of where we're at. And so we're taking it up a notch from where other beings have been manipulating the energies of Mother Gaia. So that's why I just want to start off with that. And
Thank you. And actually to
Yeah.
add to that, they're telling me to add to that, to
Yes,
say
please.
that this is a 5D connection. We are not, we have stepped beyond the 3D. So this is a 5D new earth, new vibration, new frequency. So that's where we're all coming in from.
Yes, and if anybody feels like, you know, you want to share like Wendy just now, please step in and unmute yourself and just share, because this is a co-creation, what we're doing here. It's not just me talking, you know. I really want you guys to feel comfortable sharing. If you're feeling like, if you need to grab something, if you need to go get something, you need a stone, you need a scarf, or because we're going to do some dancing later, so that'll be fun. But you know, just whatever you want to bring to the table. If you want to do show and tell, I mean, I have some things I want to show you guys, and we're going to do that. So I had a meditation a few days ago. I was out in nature, and Dino and I try to meet out in nature because we're both like, we live about half an hour from each other, which is amazing. And we met online with one of these groups. So it's fantastic. And so what the message was when I was out in nature, you know, sitting in the sun, right, getting those photonic rays midday, was, okay, it's time to bring everybody together and we're going to send some light to DC. And then that was where it started, right? To help the white hats and to help everybody. And then I love everyone else's input about who else we want to send the energy to. You guys want to, you have something you want to share about who you'd like to send it to?
So Akasha stepped in and requested us to send energy to those who are struggling right now with this COVID pandemic and the fact that they are alone. And let's try to send them love and light and see if we can help save them so that there are not any more suicidal tragedies.
Perfect. Let's do it. It sounds good. Anybody else that you can think of off the top of your head? No? Okay. Yep.
I just had a friend who indicated that he just lost somebody from COVID. So anybody who has experienced that loss of a loved one, to go ahead and include them as well.
Okay. So what happened with me in the middle of the night after I did this meditation, 2 days later, I was awoken at 3 in the morning. My cats woke me up. We just got baby kittens. And I'm like, you know how animals are, your fur babies. So I'm like, okay, they're up, something's going on. And I always listen to animals. I think they have something to share. I don't hear them speaking to me, but you know how it is. You can telepathically communicate. So I'm like, okay, I think I need to do something right now. This was after I talked with you, Wendy, on the phone, and we were organizing this. And so I got up, and I'm leading into this. We're going to get going. But I got up in the morning and I was like, okay, I need to do this now, even before we meet as a group. So, and what it is what I'm going to do next is I am going to call in the elementals. And I'm already feeling a wave of emotion coming up. And I think what it is, it's, and so that's part of what I wanted to share is when I do my painting for clients, when I do painting projects, something I've been doing in the last few years is before I go into the walls to paint the walls, I check in with my people who I'm painting the room for, right? Or the family or whatever. And I put my hands on the walls, and I guess it's a kind of a sacred painting prayer that I'm doing. And I start connecting with the person, and then I start crying because I love them so much. I love my humanity of my people, my, you know, my fellow like humanity, that I just start crying. So I put my hands on the wall and I'm crying and I'm saying a blessing and a prayer, and I ask the Christ of consciousness to come through me. And then I do my work, and then, but then I put my tears on the wall like this. I'm putting my tears on the wall. And somebody had said that that's an ancient folk remedy or something, medicine, to because the consciousness of the tears, and then I'm always licking my tears. Whenever you cry, you can lick your tears because it's like a homeopathic. So that's kind of interesting. So if you see me doing that and I go into a space where I'm crying, it's because I'm connecting to the love vibe. And I'm gonna probably do that. And but it's also what's happening is the Great Divine Mother is a little bit grieving about what's been going on, because we're not only sending our love to DC, we're sending love to the tunnels, right? And to all the lives and to all the people. And that's okay. Part of what I'm meeting with you guys about is being vulnerable, is being open, is of sharing. We're going to cry, we're going to laugh, we're going to sing, we're going to, dance, we're going to just all on the table, babies. Let's just lay it out there, and what the hell, we're going to do it anyway. We might as well do it together. So what do you think about being vulnerable?
Goldie, I was gonna add in, you touched on it perfectly. As we're doing this, we have these things we're adding to this prayer, but for me,
Yep.
what keeps coming up for me is Gaia is hurting. She's crying. And as we're doing this healing and we're in 5D, she is so grateful that we're doing this. She's full of tears, and that's going to come up too. As we're
Yep.
healing and helping others, we're also helping her. And as the purge that's going to start happening, that's got to come out, just like with a cold, if that's, but we just have to just keep doing. That's why this group is perfectly timed, so we can keep doing this to help. Because she loves us so much. I don't want to start crying. Stop.
And I
cry all the time for this.
oh,
Yeah.
God bless you.
It's
I'm
what-
also getting that if you do have Lemurian crystal, to go ahead and hold that if you've got it. You can also use rose quartz. So anybody watching this later, putting protection around you and your crystals, and then also you feel free to join your hearts to feel into the energy that we're experiencing. I feel energy and my legs are shaking like this. So we are already moving that energy together, just talking about this. And then I also am hearing that to have like one hand pointed down and one hand pointed up, to kind of like get the energy coming down from source in the galactics and then down into Earth. So it's kind of like
Which one do
kind
you
of
have there
streaming
left?
through
Which
you.
one are you doing there?
I'm doing primary hand up and the non-primary hand down.
Okay.
But if you're
I've always
feeling,
done it opposite, with my primary down and my secondary up, because your primary you're sending, your secondary you're receiving. And we used to do that back when I did a lot of energy work, and I've done that since I was a little girl. So it's interesting that you're bringing that up right now. But that's
Beautiful.
just
Well,
how I work.
no, I
But
will
go with your instincts.
more than happy to follow that guidance, especially if it's coming from Metatron.
Sure, absolutely.
Archangel Raziel has her, myself has her magic that she works, but I'm still learning. It's always learning, ongoing. So, yeah.
And the Lemurian crystal, is that clear crystal, or what do you have there?
It's a clear crystal, and I have checked to see if it is Lemurian. It was sold with the title Lemurian, but I was like, okay, how do I know if it's Lemurian or not? So then I checked with my higher self, and then also during a client session, I said, hey, I've got this Lemurian crystal. What am I really doing with it? Why do I have it? And they said there's knowledge stored inside of it, and that as you're working with it, you pull that knowledge into your knowing, into your knowingness.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so apparently last time I checked, I had only accessed about 80%, but I have been working with it the last couple of days since I knew that we were doing this. So maybe
Wow.
I'm at 85.
That's awesome. So let's see.
So I'm going to step out for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Okay.
It's so cool to be with everybody. This is amazing. So let's see. I want to show you, maybe I'll start with this. I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell, because then we're going to go into the meditation circle that we're doing the healing. This is a card. It's called Imagine. I think, Dino, you've seen this, huh? It says Imagine, and then here's the unicorn, And she says, what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? So because we're going to call in the Unicorn Collective today, and I think it's important to, I think visuals are fun. I have this on my altar that I keep with some other precious stones and a picture of Mother Mary and a bunch of other things and some books that I have intended to write. So I want to try to just remind everybody that we are imagining and visualizing and emoticizing our new earth. So this is so exciting. And this is not really anything you guys don't know already. That's the thing. That's what I was saying in the group. It's like, you already know all of this. We're just reminding each other, right? It's just, we're totally just reminding each other of it all. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's see. I think we'll start with, what I wanna do is, we're gonna focus on this interesting, it's a visualization basically. Okay, so it's called, and I wrote this down a couple years ago, and this was just some information. And what we're going to do is I want you guys to try to visualize this energy as I'm going to call in all the 4 directions and all the elementals. And so what I want you to do is try to visualize this. So I'm going to speak it out loud, and then we can talk for a second about it. So this is kind of our intention of what we're going to do. So this is a visual. So we give meaning to life. And another way to disassemble the darkies is to imagine a beautiful energetic heart bubble. So you can imagine a heart bubble, right? And so a heart bubble over their energy field. Ask God, his son, the Messiah, and the whales, dolphins, unicorn collective to come work with them energetically to fill this energetic heart with so much love and goo to keep them in the highest vibration possible. This is very powerful, because this is our love, this is our collective unity and our intention, right? Okay, and it drives them absolutely nuts and disables them big time in more ways than one can count. Keep filling that energetic bubble up several times a day or hourly, and keep the little minions occupied with something they can't handle. Love. Kindest way we can usher them out of this world and back to ether. And that was from Anastasia Maria, was what her name. So basically what I'm wanting us to do is, while I'm calling in the directionals and the elementals, is we're going to visualize a heart bubble. We're going to build a heart bubble, and we're going to send this heart bubble over. What do you guys think? Do we send it over the DC area? And then we imagine the bubble filled with love and goo. So that's really interesting, because that's what's being recommended, is we keep the darkies in a heart bubble of goo, right? With so much love, that because beings that aren't high vibrational, they can't really handle it, right? They can't handle this high vibration. So when we unite with love, though, because we're not going into a battle, that's the intention, right? We're going to just send our powerful love vibration, because we're in a human body. We chose to come here, and we're just going to send it out, right? So while I'm doing this, we're going to visualize just in your mind, sending love with the high vibrational heart bubble. So you imagine a bubble, when you blow out of those. I'm going to just try to lead us through a little visualization. So how when you blow, go ahead,
also,
please.
Sarah, while you're describing the heart bubble and we're thinking about that, each of us, I want each of us to join our rainbow bridge hearts together. So imagine that all of our hearts are joined together. And then our energy goes from here to here and beyond. So yes. So then when you're thinking of this, our energy is even, times 100, times 1,000, because of our connection with the rainbow bridge between our hearts. So imagine that now, and then go ahead, Sarah.
And then with Eliza, she's over there in Scotland. So we're all, that's right, across, if you imagine the globe with the rainbow. So it's just kind of filling up everything, huh? Okay. And then Wendy, you had an interesting comment when we were talking about this the other day. You're like, well, goo is kind of, what is it? Gloopy. It's kind of heavy. So if you can imagine this goo, but it's pure high vibrational love, Christed consciousness, right? Oh, I just feel that. It gives me shiver bumps just even saying it. So we're
So when
sending
we
that love.
imagine the goo, we need to imagine that it's pink
Okay.
with love. That's what
perfect.
Akasha is saying. Use pink.
Thank you. So we'll use the color pink. That's beautiful. That's nice. Yeah, it's gentle, but it's strong, huh? Isn't it? With the pink. So we envision that even now we can kind of visualize sending it over the people, over the planet, and over the suffering, those who are suffering, and over the DC area, over POTUS, over everyone. So we're gonna just kind of concentrate on that. And then I'm gonna step over here. I hope you guys can see me. I'm gonna stand in the middle of my room. I also am still doing a class with a First Nations lady. She's teaching me, and I'm doing a 13 Singing Moons program. Wendy, I did wear my skirt. I decided. We had an amazing woman. Her name's Frances. She's a 91-year-old Navajo woman, and she makes dancing skirts. And so I'm wearing mine. But so anyhow, I'm going to do that. So let me come over here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me move my chair over this way. Okay. So I might do dancing, I might do singing. It's part of my program that I'm learning from my teacher. Okay, so we're calling upon the energies and the elementals. We can start in the north. Energies and elementals of the north, and please shout out if anybody needs to add anything. Okay. I'm calling upon the beautiful Mother Earth energy, the planet Earth. I'm calling on the trees, the valleys, the mountains, the high peaks of the Alps and the desert areas, calling in these beautiful, beautiful energetic spaces, the forests, the valleys, the deserts. What am I forgetting? The high and the low places, the highlands, just everything.
The oceans, the rivers, the lakes.
Yeah,
the moon,
all of that.
The beautiful full moon, the sun,
right. And the full moon and the sun.
and the stars, the constellations.
Stars. Yes, and the constellations. And then we're calling in, I want you to visualize too the roots. So because the amazing thing about Earth, when you call from the north, it's the roots. And if you can think about the roots going down in the center of the Earth, there's so many trees. So the roots, it's not just the trees that are above the Earth, right? They're going down, down, down into the Earth. And just think how, and they enter and they commingle. They're commingling right now, like as we are commingling our beautiful energy. So we're going down, bringing it in, calling in the elementals, and the tree spirits, and all of the beautiful nature spirits. And then we call in the energies and the elementals of the east, of the air, the beautiful unicorn collective, the Pegasus unicorn collective, the Fae, and the winged beings, the fairies, the feathered beings, all the birds, the blue avians, and all of the entities and beings of the light, only of the light, calling them in right now to help us with this beautiful work. And all of the angels, oh, don't forget the angels. Thank you, calling them all in. The beautiful wind, the wind. And then we're calling in the beautiful energy and the elementals of the west. I don't know if you know, but Haleakala in Hawaii Pele is erupting. And so this is really exciting. So we're calling in the dragons. We call the dragon collective. We love them so much. Oh, they're so amazing. They're so beautiful. Calling in all of the dragons right now, all of our beautiful friends. Oh, they're so playful and mirthful. But they remind me of Lord Yeshua. They're so playful. Oh my goodness. Beautiful fire beings. And the sun's energy, the beautiful fire, the beautiful sun energy. And it's important to note, I think right now, because of what we're dealing with, that in my meditation the other day, is if you encounter beings in your work, ladies, to have them go to, it's called the Lake of Fire, is what's the Haleakala, they're calling it the Lake of Fire right now. So if these beings are unwilling to transmute and transform into unconditional love and violet flame and be transmuted back to source, then I think, what do you think about they need to go into the Lake of Fire? That's what I'm hearing, but does that sound in Haleakala crater? Okay. Because we're sending on a mission of love. So that's, we hold that space in our hearts. It's just a loving vibration. That's all we're coming with this. And then we call upon the energies in the end and the elementals of the beautiful, beautiful West. Oh, the beautiful, I'm not far from the ocean. We're about, what do you think, Dina? Are we a half an hour away, dear? Yes, we are. So we're calling them in from the oceans. We call in the mer beings. Oh, the leviathans, the giant squids, the ones that we don't even know about. Don't forget Nessies. Oh, the beautiful Nessies. Oh, and then we call in the beautiful mer beings, the mer family, all of the fishes, all of the whales and the dolphins, all the beautiful ocean beings. Oh my goodness, there's so many, and they're so happy to help. And what is it? Our oceans, 75% of the ocean, isn't Mother Earth 75% water? So, and then we call upon, then I'm being called upon to ask the waters within our own bodies that heal and fill our own bodies, calling the waters within cells within our own bodies to vibrate with this beautiful, beautiful liquid love light. Bringing it in. Anybody else? Anybody want to add something?
A little bit of light language they're asking. So I'll see what they say after. It's mermaids. They're joining their love with the whales. And the dolphins and all water beings, and they thank you and send their love and join it with this work. Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Okay, I think I need to sing because I'm feeling a strong love. Beautiful, beautiful love vibration, so high. Oh, it's so beautiful. Hi-yo, ho-ya, hey-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo, ho-ya. This is a song of remembrance, and we're just going to honor right now. I think that's part of what's coming up just right now is we're going to honor what's been going on the planet, because as we're Lemurian priestesses, a lot has gone on the planet, and we're bringing in this vibration because things have obviously changed since we were all together, practicing together and working together. So we're bringing it back down. We're master builders, and we're bringing this vibration into 5D, and we're master builders, bringing it into this time-space reality right now. So honoring all of those who chose to be a part of the equation, and loving them so much. Great Divine Mother, she's here. She's very pleased and excited, I'm feeling, to have us be here together. It's a sorrowful, but it's a bittersweet kind of love situation because of her children. She never created her children. She never, ever, never created her children to hurt one another. That's something she really wants to know right now. She wants you to know this. This was never part of the plan, but it will never, it's over though now. It's over. I feel like I need to rock. Hi-yo, ho-ya, hey-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo, ho-ya, ana-yo, ho-ya, hey. Hayo, hayo, hoya, hayo, hayo, hoya, yo, hoya, hayo, hoya, hey. Let's pull our minds together and find and remember the ones who passed on to the sky world. Their life duty is complete. They are living peacefully in the sky world. In the sky world. Hayo, way, way, hayo, hayo, way, hayo, way, hey. Hayo, hayo, way, hayo, hayo, way, hayo, way, hayo, way, hey. Okay.
Blessings. Thank you for that beautiful dancing.
She just wanted to, she had to acknowledge the loss of life. So that's important. It's important to the healing process. It's important for us as mothers. You know, we're mothers, and even if we don't have a baby, we're still mothers with our animals, and maybe we're aunties. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to have a particular baby. So, okay,
Hey,
this
Wendy.
is good.
Taking a deep breath and connect with your heart space.
Okay, very good. So this is part of what I'm being called to share right now is part of being vulnerable. Is we're just gonna, we're acknowledging what happened, but we're holding a high vibration because that's what we're called here to do, right? And it's not okay. Okay, we acknowledge the truth because we're truthers. So it's not okay what happened, but we know that we're here now and things will never ever be this way. It will never happen that way again. And so it is. So here we are, and we start fresh and we have a clean slate. We acknowledge the truth. Maybe we cry a little, and then we're here, and then we can build from there. That's kind of where we're at with that. Anybody else feels differently or similar?
I would just like to add, recently I was approached by Mother Mary, who connected with Mother God and Mother Gaia, and myself and my friend Sarah Oxidine. And it was called to our attention that the mother healing needs to take place, and we started that venture, that momentum of healing energy, and it pertains to the pain mothers have suffered, but also conversely, the pain mothers have caused. Both components, which is very much a part of the Lemurian sisterhood. And they have something light language to say. It's the combination of them all. From the heart across the rainbow bridge that connects us all. Atikucha astatiata iku arutsa eta kucha satiata nanama. Orotsa eta itukucha sati eta ruutsiketa. Aluntia shosadama ike chosati. Oronza ekatia rocha setia. Otia chasati a Dotuyo shosati e Taria doku chasati anti Ora shasati Otia shosata enta Oran chasati Kedu chasati akatia. And so it is in divine love.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. So what I'm
Was anybody hearing
Sorry.
was anybody hearing a heart translation with that? Like, were there thoughts coming into your mind as she was saying her light language? Were you getting that like English translation, so to speak, from it?
Kind of.
At all?
Mhm.
I wasn't getting words. I was getting like this like a heartbeat, just this intense that's the only way I could think, and it was like this boom, 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 just this intense love, but it was love, but just this really big heart, like encompassing all of us. It was wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so amazing. I was hearing the mothers across the ages
Wow.
send you their blessings, support you, and are with you. They share in this journey with you, with all these past lifetimes. They're pleased. It has been many, 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 too many to call or count years since we have come together as Lemurian priestesses in celebration of motherhood and of our love for you and the joined love of the divine mother goddess. Sophia says thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
That's all I was hearing. So, and she started to, because I was like, I can't catch all that. I only had like one or two sentences. And then she just started coming through. So thank you very much, Holly. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you for interpreting. That's wonderful to have that available. Very much so. And I'd like to share too a little show and tell. This is a Lemurian
Beautiful.
sisterhood infused stone from the top of a mountain over the massive crystal caverns in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Wow.
Their energy is infused in this, so they're lending their energies to this as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of felt what I was when you were doing your light language. It was almost like they were sending the love, just to reset everything, to help us bring the high vibe. Like they acknowledging that we're having, the energy, kind of the grieving process that I was just doing and showing with the dance and everything like that. They're saying it's like it's necessary and thank you. And let us help you bring it to the next level, because obviously that's, we need that, right? We go through the stages of healing and grief and healing, I guess. So was so beautiful that you were doing that, because that's what I was healing. It's just like, wow, that was bringing it up, so that was great. All the many stages of healing.
So there's a song that I listen to quite frequently by Carlene, and it's called Mother Earth. And one little certain part of it keeps coming to my mind. And it's Mother Earth, can you feel her heartbeat beneath your feet? And that just keeps playing over and over and over in my head. And I'll send the song to the group.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, honey. What's your son's name?
His name is William.
Hi, William.
Hey, come say hi.
Hello, darling. Hi. Mwah.
Say, hey, Bubbas, say I bless and love Mother Earth.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you. How
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, William. Thank you,
Thank
beautiful one.
you.
It's so nice to see you, Archangel Michael.
That's
Do you want to know
Sarah.
our names? I'm Sarah. How are you doing, love? Hi, I'm Sarah.
Wendy.
You want to meet everybody? Yeah, meet and greet. I get it.
Dino.
Yep.
Oh, you want to go build with your blocks? Okay, go build with your blocks.
Oh, see, now that's cool because he's doing his master building. Good job. Thank you, William. Yep. He's like, okay, you're going to do that. I'll do mine.
And you know what? It's such a beautiful reminder that when we're talking about our mother and you look at the mother holding, caring, and nurturing, this is what she does for us. And so our opportunity to appreciate her and offer healing to her in return for the beautiful love that she has given to us all these years is an honor to be able to do that. So thank you all for your love, and anybody who's watching this later for your participation as well, joining in our hearts.
Absolutely. So I did write a bunch of notes, and then we're gonna send off some of this energy exactly to the places where it needs to go. Oh, okay. So part of, I don't know if people know how to do this yet, but part of the Great Divine Mother's energy is her sexual, sensual, tantric power, right? You know, it's just there. And so it's my understanding that the patriarchal, and here's, okay, I'm gonna just flow because I'm very intuitive. So this is the next thing I want to show you. This is, I posted.
So it's kind of like that Kundalini energy, right? It's a little bit like, yes.
So this is like an ancient Mother Doni figure from, I don't know how many thousands of years ago, but she says this is when we had a matriarchal society, and it was before patriarchy, right? So she's holding something. I think it looks like a moon. What do you think that is? What do you guys? Oh, she's got something to share too. I love this. we're just sharing it all, you know. But isn't that cool? So my father passed away. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, because it's such a beautifully round, I mean, yeah. And we think of the moon as feminine. So yeah, I agree. I think it's the moon. And if not, we're just envisioning that it is.
Yeah, I know. And so they honored her shape and her curvies or curviliciousness, and that's what I call myself. I'm just curvilicious, you know. But I mean, look at her beautiful womb space, and she's holding her womb space. And oh, what have you got there? Oh,
Holding.
Oh, H-Shay. Oh my, look at that is what she's holding. What do you view there? What are you holding there?
This is a gift from the Greek god Pan, the god of nature, who is all about duality.
Wow. That's so cool. Look at that.
This is his. This is what she's holding.
Oh my. See, this
Holly,
is amazing.
Your stone. Oh. Yes, thank you for sharing.
Yes, this is the my Lemurian crystal that they infused their energy with and told me to take it, and they channeled through it to me, and literally, like, once I got back to where we were staying, they gave me my mission. And my mission is to spread the word that the Lemurian priestesses need to come together. When they're all together, the rest of the mission will come. That's what they said specifically. Gather the sisters.
Yeah. Yep. That's amazing. And we have a good number of them known to us already. So yes. That's incredible.
It's coming out. And I always know when even someone I don't know and I'm just starting, I get this sense, go get the stone, go get the stone. And I just offer it to them, whoever I'm talking to, like I did you, Indy,
Yeah.
you know, and then you connect. It connects with you. You're like, okay, got another one.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's the same thing with the activations. So because we're all here together, even though we're not together in the same room, this joining of our minds and hearts and our intentions, you're also getting your Lemurian activations. So this is your knowledge and your insight. And it's not like you're going to be zapped and be like, oh, I know all this stuff. But some of that knowledge is going to come to you slowly. It may be, more opening of your third eye. It might be more feeling connected to Mother Earth. For me, it's been a lot more like connecting to the goddess, Mother Goddess. Sophia is how she presents herself to me, but she has also come to me as Mother Mary and as Kuan Yin. And Mary Magdalene also comes in as that strong mother energy to me, but Sophia has really been just like wrapping her arms around me, and I get a strong heat signature. And then I've also started channeling her. So I'm just so blessed. I just can't even tell you guys how blessed I am, number one, to know all of you. And then all of this other stuff is just icing on the cake. But this right here, you guys right here in real life and connecting and, having conversations with me, and not just today, but, in prior days before this meeting, it means the world to me. It just does, because we're here in the present and the here and the now. And this is where our love connection is. This is where our strongest love connection is. And the rest is just icing on the cake.
That's awesome. Aurora, do you have one of those too? Look at that.
So I've got my drinking horn right here that has been hand painted.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
It's got vine work all over it.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
But this symbol has been one of my symbols that I've always resonated with, and it's the triquetra. And it's the Celtic symbol for protection.
That's so beautiful. Look at that.
But yeah, it's already set and secured and ready to drink out of.
So beautiful. Wow, that's so pretty.
Also a little nod to the Norse gods.
Yes, absolutely.
I really resonate with it because the goddess Freya actually came to me and asked me to be one of her Valkyries.
Wow.
I know I've been one of those in the past. I met Thor. He was pretty cool.
Wow.
Well, I have just recently kind of come out of the closet as far as accepting my psychic abilities. I've always been kind of growing up. I was kind of pretty much, they tried to beat it out of me and make it go away. So I kind of never told anybody. So I was talking with Goldie about it when we met, how I never told anybody about these dreams I have and the things that happen to me. Well, now I'm not doing that anymore, but I've now learned I've had some, I don't know who it is I'm channeling, but whoever she is, she keeps telling me when my left toe twitches, start writing. But so I'm trying not to, I still don't know who it is yet, but I've been having my pen out and, paying more attention to it. So I'm not fighting it. And this Lemurian princess, I've had these dreams for, 30 years, and I see myself in this outfit. So I know it made total sense. And as soon as I saw Sarah in person, it was like massive memories coming back.
Oh, yeah.
So I am at the right place at the right time. And Gaia, I'm here. This is me. And as soon as I saw Aurora in her Renaissance Fair costume,
Oh, yeah.
I know every Ren Fair in California went from the very first one. I used to hitchhike to it and make all my friends costumes. That was in the days when you could get in free if you wore a costume. That was before all
Oh,
of you were ever
fun.
born. But
Oh, it's so
that was
fun.
my one way to connect with this inner person. So yeah, I love you ladies. I love just this whole thing. And when we were doing the hand up and hand down, I was feeling this rainbow bridge going in all of us.
Yeah.
But then I saw it go straight into Gaia, and then it came out, and I saw it kind of go in this big archway and around. I saw it going to Hawaii. I saw it going to Australia. I saw it going over to Europe. I mean,
And-
we're connecting everywhere.
Yeah, and we also sent it out to the galactics because I do grid work, and so I envisioned this, like, after Sarah and I talked about it, I already knew that this is how we're going to connect. That just like you said, you saw the grid. So not only were our hearts like if it's as if we were all holding hands in a circle. Our hearts would be connected to each person like a string design, and then crossed over to each person so that it was this big web. But then that energy was going to come down into Earth, but then also go up and out into the galaxies. So we've also created that web out into the galaxies. So so our work is much more than just like our fifth dimensional work isn't just revolved around Earth and what's happening here. But that is our primary focus. But there's a secondary residual that happens from it. So yeah, so
That's so
I
powerful.
think that's exciting and cool.
So powerful. So I guess what I want to do now that we're connecting and we're chatting with each other, so amazing. I think what I was talking about too was, so when I think I'm going to lead through a little bit of a meditation, and then we're going to send the energy like together. So what I would like you to try to visualize is, even if you've done Kundalini meditations or not, it doesn't really matter. What I'm wanting you to focus on is your sacral chakra, and please just jump in anytime, ladies, but this is what I'm feeling called to do. Is we are reclaiming the great divine mother's sacred sexuality, sensuality, femininity. It is the most powerful. I mean, holy moly, right? I mean, holy mother, right? I mean, it's like, people say, I mean, isn't that a saying, Holy Mother of God? Well, guess what? Here she is. And go look in the mirror if you have any doubts. Okay, ladies. But she's also not returning to women. We know this. She's returning to men. And, you all know this already. And the men are waking up, and so we're sending this to not only the people who are suffering, but we're sending it to all men, all women, children, everybody is, we're helping. And so that's the sacred sacrality. So when we're doing this meditation, you can focus your sacral energy, your sacred sexuality. And I don't know if anybody has ever done sacred tantra with a partner. It's so fantastic. It's so exciting. And to be able to project your orgasm into a specific time, space, reality, intention, whatever you want to send it to Mother Earth, the Mother Gaia, or whatever it is that you want to do. It's very powerful, but we don't have to be, and it's my understanding, you don't have to be engaging in intimate contact. You can use that power and that sacral feminine energy, sending it down into the earth, and then intentionally utilizing it and sending it out like your love from your 0 point now space of your heart, right? You have the same thing, I think, from your sacred sanctuary, from your yoni. Thank you, yoni. And okay, I'm just hearing here, we're going to send a healing balm to the societies who need to cut off the clitoris. Okay, so that's also another aspect of healing. I've been shown that we can project our love into, because that's no longer going to be happening at a certain point, right? These things are over with, because Great Divine Mother's in charge. The patriarchal society is over. It's going to take time for these things to, I don't know if you want to say right themselves. I'm remiss to say right and wrong because that's just an old duality too that doesn't seem to fit. But that's just the words that are coming up for me. So this is the sacred sexuality. Oh, and because also the black magic of the darkies have stolen the great divine mother's sexuality. That's why they use it in their black magic rituals. Okay, I'm not saying anything new. I think all of us on some level know this already, but I'm just speaking it out loud because it's time to start having the conversations.
And also I'm being guided to clarify, we kind of use a little bit of slang. So we're saying white hats, darkies. What we're talking about is people who have converted their own inner energy to the light, Christed consciousness. And when we're saying darkies, we're referring to the dark aspect or the negative aspect of what we may have been in the past, and what many of us who have all done our own inner healing have released that dark energy. And also we are also aware that many of us have come as dark energy, right? That dark energy in past lives. And what we're doing is we're stepping away from those old scenarios and moving, and many of us have already done that, stepped away from those old scenarios, healed them, and now we're moving into the 5D. So so just a little clarification in case somebody's like, wait, what are they talking about?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
Look,
welcome.
here's another show and tell. Here we are. This is who is representing. Hello. He's our favorite JC. Mwah. I love him so much.
He's a sexy babe.
He's a sexy babe. And he's here. He's so here. And this is how I know him, right? Just laughing, smiling. He's so happy. And then his divine counterpart, Mary Magdalene, obviously she's here. So, you know, I just had to kind of put those out there. Okay, what else? Yeah, so and the reason why I wanted to bring up the sacred sexuality is because if you want to look at it this way, it's the highest form of white magic, if there is such a thing, if you want to call it that, because pure love is like the most powerful force in the omniverse. So that's why we're gathering here. That's why I felt the call to do this. It's like you, HJ, and all of us, Wendy, you know, it's time to gather the sisters and everything. So okay, being vulnerable, it's our greatest strength. I talked about that.
And HJ,
okay.
with your beautiful mother creation abilities, I mean, it's stunning.
So powerful. Wow, so powerful. So what we're going to do is we're going to visualize bubbles of goo. But it's pink. Thank you, Aurora, for reminding us, you know, there's a color there. So we have bubbles of goo, and we're embracing. So these entities, beings, whatever you want to call them, some of these beings, it's my understanding when I did this, my original meditation in the middle of the night, I did the whole calling in the elementals, was crying, did the whole thing, right? And what it is we're sending these beings, they have a divine spark inside of them. So I think we might need to remember, Nilesh Mistry had said something about that, is that the reptilians, not all of them mean ill will. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and some of the entities and the beings that are being usurped, they themselves are being usurped, and they themselves have a divine spark of God within them. And I think that it behooves us as sisters to, in our meditations and the healings we're doing, to just try to hone in and just like laser beam zero in on the fact that the divine spark within them. I mean, is it in the 0 point now space? I love your necklace, Wendy. And I think Aurora is wearing the exact same necklace. Are you guys wearing the same necklace?
Well, not quite.
It's so pretty.
Mine's slightly different.
Oh yeah. So
yeah,
see,
so mine's
like
Love
that.
Infinity, and given to me by my twin flames. So she is also a Lemurian priestess.
Oh, it's so beautiful, but it's like that.
Yeah,
with the
mine's.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, mine's got the triquetra in it.
Oh yeah, look at,
Mhm.
oh beautiful, isn't it? Look at that, the 0
Yeah.
point now space right there in the center. Ah, so so these beings, I just feel like the great divine mother's like, you know, my errant children, they're fighting, you know, teachers, they, little toddlers, they fight over toys, you know, and the great divine mother's like, well, come on now, you guys get it together. You know, who needs a timeout? Who needs a nap? We're just, we got to get this together. And yeah, it's, we know the level of what's been going on. Okay, I'm not in denial about that. She's not in denial about that. And we are all know. But when you bring in the love vibe, I think it's really important, because we know we're not going into a battle. We're just going to appeal to the better nature of every being, knowing that they have a divine spark within them, even though the outwardly willfulness of their heart, maybe it's not a willfulness of their heart. Maybe they're being usurped. So
Right.
this is the consciousness that we're bringing to the table, and as the 5D beings that we are. So just keep that in mind as we're putting our love goo over everyone. We're intending that, knowing that, when we're looking for the divine spark within them to wake up, right? To just like explode within them. And so I'm just feeling the truthfulness of the words, just letting that settle in,
Mhm.
feeling the love, feeling the love. And I just want to say I'm really grateful that I've survived this far in my lifetime, because we all know, you know, we have a lot of those of us who have had really intense lifetimes. We know it's for a purpose, and it's to bring in the message, to have survived this far, to come in and do this mission. So I just want to say that. So I'm grateful, and I'm grateful to bring it in. So yeah, we're going to bring in the love goo with the elementals. We did that. We're going to bring it into DC and the vicinity, which I hear is spreading every day, just woo, rider. And then Wendy, you were suggesting, you know, look, don't just, it's not the capital. We need to just woo at the whole planet.
Yeah, I would say almost every large metropolitan city. So
Okay.
hop at the capital and then just think every metropolitan city after that with these love bubbles. And
Okay.
it'll be,
I
because
know
we've got
here-
more than enough power to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in Seattle could use it immensely with all of the stuff that's been going on up here.
Okay. So, and then I put in here, I see goo of love surrounding, and then I put a blank. So we're going to just like fill in the blank. I see goo of love surrounding, as we just stated, etc. Sadness, fear, suicidal people, all abuse, and raising the vibration of all on the planet, seeing the golden roots. So that's the other part, is seeing the roots of all the trees, but they're golden and they're intertwining with each other, and they're going down into the dirt. So this is really interesting. If you imagine the globe, right? And there's trees all over the globe, and then the roots are going down into the earth, but they're all over the earth, right? So the roots are extending down towards the core of Mother Gaia, and they're all golden and filled with love, because you know that the trees are sending their love as well, and they are protruding and directing their high vibrational energetic signature to help with this work, because they are Mother Gaia, right? We are all part of Mother Gaia. So
The trees are channeling, like I connect with them usually.
yes, please.
In my walk, but they are saying our roots are a collective. We already know ourselves as a collective. We easily, with water, with rain, the connection is telepathic between us and our roots. We know how to be together as one. We invite you in your love to join and be together as one. When you imagine these golden roots, feel that love flowing, stretching to every direction, and you will do well. That's all they're giving.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that was so beautiful. Golden roots under the earth and how they vibrate golden hues of sparkly divine light. And then I had any suggestions and you did that. So then we call in right now, we call in the galactics and the dragons to bring in the transmutation, transconfiguration of all dark imprints of fear into unconditional love and violet flame. So we're going to, let's take some deep breaths. I'm going to, what I like to do is I like to put my hands together. You don't have to, but I like to just kind of raise my vibration, and I like you're doing a roll of dough or something. And then you bringing your energy out and envisioning a ball around myself. That's kind of what my shape, maybe you have a different shape. You have a tetrahedron or a dodecahedron or Metatron's cube, maybe. Something like that.
Vesica Pisces, imagine yourself in the center of the Vesica Pisces.
What is that? Is that a constellation?
That's the two circles that like crisscross each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a center between them where they crisscross. I don't know if you can see that exactly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see it. Mm-hmm.
And it's the center. Yeah, sorry, it's probably
Beautiful.
better this way. So like a figure eight, like an 8 that goes past each other, and then the center where the almond shape is.
Okay, the center point. Okay.
Yeah, so imagine yourself in that Vesica Pisces. It's just sacred geometry. So
Beautiful.
if you want to use it.
Thank you. So we're going to send the energy. We're visualizing that. I like to bring, and then before we go down and send it into the earth, I like to bring in my energy signature. I have a very kind of playful, youthful sort of vibration, childish, kind of childlike. And I bring that in and I fill inside my bubble with my unique energy signature. And it's a self-love thing, because self-love is the most powerful vibration. Obviously love, but then self-love, bringing that in, filling up our sacred space around us with our own self-love, our own energy signature. And I want to just add on a side note, everything unlike love would try to take us away from this personal self-love inside of our own Merkaba, or the toroidal sphere of who we are, of our beautiful energetic energy sphere. Everything unlike love will try to take us away from this. That's why those are the contrast. There's probably other reasons for the contrast, but that's just what's coming to my mind. Okay. Oh, that feels so yummy. I wish I could feel that way all the time. Okay, maybe we can, right? It's a conscious choice. Okay, then we're going to, I think we should send our energy down into the earth. I like to do spirals. What do you do clockwise, Wendy, going down into the earth? Sending your energy down clockwise, yes. Down, down. Feeling yourself connect to the chair. Feeling your heavy energy, your feet touching the floor. Feeling energy going down. Some deep breaths. Some people like to breathe in light from above and then breathing out negativity. Some people prefer not to. I think it's a personal choice, but deep breaths are always nice.
Adding in the magenta, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm feeling like the mother, great divine mother, Mother Earth, Gaia, is asking for us to send colors down. So like you said, with the magenta ray, any other colors anybody want us to visualize sending down?
We're going to do purple, the violet flame, for healing and purity.
There we go. And yellow? Is he saying yellow? I think I heard him say something. That's okay.
Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. Oh, he's got a purple block in his hand too. So there we go.
Okay. Well, and that's a square. So maybe we need to bring down. So I'm going to just take your son. Your son's here. He's with us and he's
Mhm.
helping us. I believe that. I understand. So we're going to take those cues. Hello, darling. So, ooh, there you go. There's all the different colors. Yep. All the different colors. Very
He
pretty.
has green, orange, purple, gray, and pink in his
Okay.
hands.
I think we're all working together so we can visualize those colors as well, going down into the earth. Yep.
Yellow, rainbow, iridescent.
Beautiful. And there's a tree of life at the center of the earth, I believe. She's down there.
Golden roots glowing.
And the golden roots glowing, absolutely, of the tree collective. As we're sending our love down into the earth, we're going to gather there. But then I feel like, do we need to go through a portal or what do we need to do, ladies, to send this energy up and out into the cities?
So we're going to use the roots from the trees, pull the
Mhm.
energy up from the earth, and take it up through the trunk of the trees to the branches, and use the branches to cascade over the city.
Like an antennas.
Like the tree of life surrounding it.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Like the satellite, so the leaves and the branches will be projecting out to those walking below it.
Okay. And then as we're seeing this and the tree collective and all of the galactics are here. All of the galactics and all of the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, the Brotherhood of Light, the Magdalene Collective. We're calling in all of our beautiful, beautiful families of light, our ancestors, elementals, beings, family, friends of the light, guardian angels. And then I also call in, doubling this call by the power of the cosmic egg that's been given to me to be used in cosmic love obedience by 500 billion quadrillion by 500 billion quadrillion by 500 billion quadrillion times. The mighty Wapos of Willikos are the native beings, the native First Nation peoples who lived on the land where I live right now. They're adding their energy. And the First Nation beings and elders and families bringing in their love and their vibration and energy. Thank you so much.
Oh, Gerala Nene Koa Chia Mai Keita Koana Hapai Tina Wamana Aratakana Echi.
Thank you. We're calling this forward now for the epikinetic, kinetic, interstellar, intersolar, interlunar, interpolar, and all other lifetimes, realms, realities, parallel worlds, universes, across the 333, the 444, the 555, the 666, the 777, the 888, the 999, the 101010, the 111111, the 121212. We're seeing this beautiful, beautiful, energetic, unconditional love and violet flame coming out, and the trees are doing their magic with the golden liquid light. It's like a cloud, but it's not a cloud. It's a magnificent array of the particles of love that are oozing out over the entire planet, covering the entire sphere of the entire globe, in every major city, every minor city, every single person on the planet and off the planet. We're going big. We're going to the omniverse because this is the power of love, and it is now and forevermore. The power of love is the most powerful force in the universe. Humans, we're catching up. A lot of us know this and we live this and breathe this power of love all the time, but we're just going to give a little hint. Give a little hint to our brothers and sisters who are in the process of waking up. Nobody is above the other. I'm not above anybody else. Let me make that clear. I just happen to be channeling some information, bringing in as a fractal of the Most High, the Great Divine Mother's love and energy, And I'm holding the cross now, given to me by Lord Yeshua himself. Behold the holy cross, and he asked me to use these words. I only use it for the power of love. Behold the holy cross. For those who prove unfaithful to themselves, prove faithful to the cross, by the power of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And so it is. Seeing this beautiful goo, it's embracing all of the people on the planet, but it's also embracing all of the, I just call them darkies. It's easier. All of their intention.
That
Covering
energy is moving.
the cabal and the Illuminati and their puppet masters. I'm going to speak these words out loud. It's time. It's time. Because the satanic penetration and usurpation of the Great Divine Mother's energy is no more. It is over. We know the battle's already been won. It's just a matter of us uniting our energy. There's lots and lots of light workers doing these kinds of, gatherings. Maybe not exactly like this, but we're going to continue gathering. Anybody else see something they want to share?
I'm hearing that the mountains, the land is sending out with the vibration that the trees are providing through their roots and with our joined hearts. That the actual soil in the tunnels is assisting with the sticky, gooey love vibration being within those tunnels. They are coated.
Oh, thank you. Oh, beautiful. Yes, they're filling up, aren't they?
Mm.
Mhm. And then the Unicorn Collective. Wendy, you had talked about them. Are they singing? There's something beautiful going on now. It's like they're swimming or running through the tunnels.
The Fae join. They put their vibration and frequency also here.
This is awesome. Oh,
Laughter fills the heart with joy.
ah, yes. Yes.
Mm.
So
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to invite us to put our hands on our heart. We're gonna bump it up a notch, ladies. So this is what you do. This is what I'm going to suggest, and then please jump in. I want us to think, we're bringing out our love right now, and this is happening, but there is another, maybe it's a family, a friend, somebody, a memory where it was such a high vibe and you were loving it. And you can share them out loud. One time my son, we were in the car watching some birds at a lake, and somehow he got stuck. It was upside down in the seatbelt, laughing his heart out. And he was just laughing, and he thought it was so funny. And here I am, his mother. I'm looking over, I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there? He was so having the best time. He's like, oh, I'm just upside down. Don't worry about me. You know how kids are. Oh my gosh. Oh, so funny. They look at you with that face, and then they say a word like, he used to say the word churkey instead of turkey. He'd say churkey, like Churkey. Oh my gosh. Anybody have any funny memories or things they want to share?
My two kids, when they were young, maybe like 8, 9, they used to grab all the pillows and they'd come into the bedroom and stack them on top of my husband and say, Daddy Tower, Daddy Tower. And then they'd of course jump on top of him and smush him under all the pillows.
Was this like his wake up call? It's like, time to wake up, Dad.
Yeah. Too funny.
Oh, that's so funny. Now, do you feel that? Like you said, Wendy, the laughter. So we're just
Yeah.
feeling, and then that's our love. That's our love and vibration right there. Oh,
It's
and
so
the
good.
laughter.
This one time, I was working with a yoga ball, trying to exercise, and and I was on my back and kind of like stretched out over the ball. So if you can relate this ball to Mother Earth, here's me all stretched out on top of the ball. Well, then all of a sudden I like spin sideways, so I kind of come off of it, but then I trap myself between the coffee table and the ball, and I literally am pinned, and I can't escape.
Oh no!
And I am laughing and laughing and laughing. So finally, my son comes into the room, and I think he was in high school at the time. And I go, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I need help. So he assisted. So he unstuck me. So we are doing something very similar to the love that we're sending out right now with this energy. So it's
That's
beautiful.
so funny. Oh man! So he somehow got you unstuck.
He had to move the ball physically so that I could like get on my back and then move, but I was pinned.
Oh, it's so fun. Wendy
So
and I
have
sorry, go ahead, please.
I have one memory that I will always remember until the day I die, and that's when my son was born.
Oh,
We had to do an emergency C-section, and they cleaned him up and put him in the hospital bassinet. And the moment they rolled him around the corner, to the where I could see him, he looked at me and smiled. And the nurses saw that, and they said that is unheard of for a newborn baby, especially a C-section baby. And I will always remember that smile.
oh,
So sweet.
oh my goodness! I bet you started crying.
I did.
Oh, bless his heart. Little William, did you already know his name? So there was little baby William smiling at you.
He actually got his name in honor of his brother's memory.
Oh, that's so precious.
His
Oh,
brother has been helping Wendy and I on many different things right now.
Yeah.
that's so awesome. Thank you so much, William, and your brother.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate you.
Say I
I
appreciate
miss
you.
you.
Oh, thank you, honey. Let's see.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send you a big heart right there. Yep,
Teddy. Teddy.
that's so sweet.
Hey,
How we doing? How we doing on our vibrations, ladies? How's the planet look? It's like expand, light expand, light expand, light expand, light I am, light I am, light I am.
Yeah. Feels good. The energy feels good. There was so much releasing that happened, and with the unicorns in the tunnels and the Fae throwing their vibration in there, that was cool.
Isn't that fun? They just, like
Yeah.
you say, they're bringing in their echoes because it's like they're reclaiming the tunnels again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
So right as you're saying all of this, it is 6:22 here, and 6:22 resonates with me because that was my son Aiden's birthday.
Ah,
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
He's
we love
making
you.
himself known.
what a
Thank
sweet.
you, Aiden, for participating where
Aiden.
you are.
As we were doing, this thing, Gaia kept showing me her roots and how she was distributing all this love and channeling all this connection. I couldn't even speak as you were asking us questions. And I'm never speechless.
No.
I'm a chatterbox forever. And I don't think I've ever had my energy this high before. I'm
Oh,
beyond ecstatic.
oh, bless your heart.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, I
And your
love you.
bronchias,
Thank
sister,
you.
your bronchias are so excited.
Ah!
Dino's in the process of regrowing her lungs, by the way. So I just want to say that.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
so
Believe
this
it or
is
not, I used to have flaming red hair until I hit my mid 40s. And then after COVID hit, I quit coloring my hair and found out I was white.
and your hair is turning red again. Even your brother noticed,
I'm
right?
finding, yeah, it's starting to get color. So
I can see it.
I've decided I'm growing younger day by day.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
Thanks.
Let's all
So
join
happy.
in that. Let's all join in on that mission.
Yeah, come on. Maybe you can do the next call, dear, and you can tell us your secrets.
Hey, it's all about intention, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're just feeling it in. We're feeling into the energy. And
Thank you, Sarah.
oh,
and
you're
Wendy,
welcome.
for
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. I heeded the call. Got to listen when the Lord Yeshua calls your number. Boy, I tell you. I mean, not that number, but the number, this one.
No,
Right?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
He says, slow down there, child, not so fast.
Okay, sorry, I just get so excited.
You have much more work to do here, much
Oh,
more.
we have we haven't even begun really scratching the little surface.
Right. Totally
true.
agree.
I see this is so usually these big energy prayers and things that I do and others, right? It's up to 72 hours for it to really infiltrate. So, yeah. And it's interesting. It's like, I see we already know the war's already won, but it's like, this was our destiny to convene and to just do our part and do our mission, like you say, one of many. And so we're just bringing it in.
I'm also seeing that golden source light coming through as well, that Christed energy. So after we were joking around by Yeshua, it was kind of like, let's throw a little golden light from here too.
Just a little icing on the top. Some glitter.
Sprinkle.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, because I can just see the gold. It's just like shiny. It's beautiful.
Yep. Welcome to the golden age. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're calling it, is the golden age.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel good. I feel like we're the magic, and when I say magic, I'm saying Christ consciousness magic, because your Lord Yeshua, that's the other thing is the word magic has been misconstrued. Right. So we're going to reclaim the word magic as belonging to the Great Divine Mother's energy and the Great Divine Father's sexual tantric energy synergy that they have together and have always had, and now it's reuniting. So aho, and praise God for that, huh?
Yes, aho, indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, that divine energy, we were all supposed to have that to begin with, all of us. So it's working through what you need to work through to receive that healing. And any who are watching this, I hope it's shared far and wide, because any who are watching this will experience it. And like you said, within 72 hours, they will find something changing, an improvement, a forgiveness for someone who maybe has angered them in the past, feeling the need and the desire to reach out and create that connection again, to reestablish those links and be open to love once more.
And ho'oponopono.
Yeah.
Really
so true. This is the new earth. That's what I keep saying. It may look on the surface like it's the old world, but it's not. This is the new earth, and we are starting. This is all new energy, this is our job now.
That's
Right. And there's a little bit of cleanup still to happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when you get I can't think of a good analogy. It's kind of like when you hurt yourself and you get a sore, and then once it's clear, and then you have a little bit of a scab healing, or now you have a little bit of a scar. It's kind of like that. So once the old is done, yeah, there's a little bit of a scar, but you know what? The healing is done and the body is rejuvenated. So same.
And there's a little itch, right? You know, that's healing. There's an itch there. Yep. Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, do we need to bring our energy back into our bodies? What do you think, ladies?
So we need to close. So we've already gone ahead and done all the sticky goo and the healing. So now that is done. We've already finished that. So now the energy comes back to us, shared across one another, shared across whoever is watching. And we just ask you to connect with your heart space. Take in a deep breath, realizing that it's Mother's beautiful breath that fills us in our bodies every day. We don't even have to think about breathing. It just comes. Doing that now. Now feel your gratitude, your thankfulness, your joy, appreciation. And we thank everybody who participated in this sacred ceremony. Imagining a gilded shower on top of everybody. Beautiful golden light raining down through your chakra systems. Anything negative that may still be around you, attached to you, residual, knowing in your sovereign love power that you can rinse all of that off with this golden light flowing down your body, going down into your feet, where there's a large imaginary drain below your feet, golden. All of that negative energy, any release, any tears fall into the drain. As they fall into the drain, once it's filled, that drain is now closed. With the closing of the drain, Mother Gaia will send that back to source to convert it into beautiful white light. And then that energy will flow up and down. So whenever we work on this next time, that energy flow has been created. It'll be easy to call on it next time. Anybody else?
I see the clouds. So the energy is coming from the golden light, coming through the clouds down to the rain, down to the ponds and the rivers and the creeks, and then it eventually, some of them eventually go out into the ocean, and then they come back, and it's just like a huge recycled, so the waters are doing their beautiful work, as well as the roots and the trees, and just everybody's just lending their energy, and they're so happy. So I also like to just say, this beautiful vibration we're feeling, and I'm just hoping everybody can feel this with doing the replay, as we invite you to feel this and know that this belongs to you. This beautiful energy belongs to all of us. It is in our latent DNA. It is who we are. And I would like to just state and claim right now, forevermore, that we are returning to our pristine origins from our pristine origins from the very, very, very beginning, when Source Creator, Father, Mother, God, I personally believe that was the Great Divine Mother first. Here's my picture again. I'm going to just put it up there. Is that the Great Divine Mother created the Great Divine Father. And it could be wrong. Everybody has their own personal creation story. So I honor and acknowledge that. I'm not saying this is the only way. For me, this feels right. Okay, is that our pristine original origins was Great Divine Mother wanted to experience herself. So she created other beings to be able to see herself looking at herself. And this is a very, very sacred, beautiful, high vibrational thing. And so since we're created in her image, or his image, you want to make God laugh, tell her your plans. You ever heard that? That's pretty funny.
Yes.
I love that. So funny. Oh, girl. So that's the thing, is we're returning to our pristine origins. Creator wanted to experience herself outside of herself. So created beings, children like us, all of us, right? And then when she saw herself looking at herself through the eyes of herself, because she created us in her own image. So she's staring at herself. So if you want to remember that, you can go look in the mirror. You can look in the eyes of a loved one. Maybe it's might be hard for a while to be able to see love looking back at yourself. That's okay too. It takes time. But I just state and claim right now that we are returning to our pristine origins before the manipulation and the usurpation of entities that came to this planet to seek the gold, to turn us into slaves to the money system and make us and they, okay, I'm going to say it. They fucked with our DNA. I do swear. It's fitting. We got to say it. We got to put it out there. Okay. And so that's over. All the manipulation of our DNA is over, and we're returning to our pristine origins from the very, very beginning of time, before the Anunnaki came in. That's important. So this is, and all of our latent DNA, where we're telepathic and we're telekinetic and we teleportation, right? Let's bring it on. I mean, we just have to give ourselves permission to allow this to happen.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm.
And
Thank
so
you.
it is.
Feeling
So it
such a
is.
strong vibe right now. I just love you guys so much.
Ah,
I actually am feeling my angel wings. They've been going for quite a while, and it's like they're like extended. So it's
That's
been pretty
beautiful.
incredible. So yeah. And maybe it's just a matter of being linked with the rest of the angels and just feeling that power coming through. But it's,
mhm.
yeah, it's, I usually am like kind of slouching back in this chair, like, like comfortable and sitting back, but they've like got me like sitting up straight.
Hold on.
So
Hold
That's
on.
awesome.
interesting.
Is that,
Yeah.
do they match your corset, the rainbow one you wear, Wendy? And then the wings are up
Yeah,
like that?
right? They gave me
Yeah.
that from one of the missions we did. So
Yep. I
it's
see
like
it too.
awful
Like
lesson.
they're like the same. They're like the same color and everything.
Yep. Yep.
So amazing. All right. I was thinking we could close with some music and some dancing. What do you guys think?
Mhm.
Anything else you guys want to share?
I have
So
one
let me just-
question. Wendy, were you the one that could tell us what our color is?
Yes. Yes.
Because I have always been a green person since childhood, but then I turned into this. I wear tie-dye because I can't decide.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
because
That's great.
mine is primarily pink and red. So let me just check one real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna just 1 sec. I got to use the loo, and then I can really focus and concentrate.
All right, sounds good. Okay, ask me your color. Green?
Is my color green or blue?
Wait, is it green?
Is it green?
Yes. Oh, is it blue?
Is it blue?
No, but it may be shades of green. Shades of green.
Okay.
Shades of green. So that's because I'm seeing like you might be thinking blue, but that teal is kind of a turquoisey, like it's more of a green than a
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see, more of a turquoise,
Yeah.
more of a yellow green. No. More of a true green.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And shades between green and turquoise. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
all right. Good. I guess I'm on the right track.
yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome
Aurora,
sauce.
what was that, Aurora? Were you talking?
Oh, I had it muted. I was talking to my son.
Oh.
decided to get out one of his most annoying toys.
Oh, wonderful. So Sarah, I was going to ask you the music that you're thinking of putting on. So
Yep.
I'm gauging whether to go ahead and stop the recording, because sometimes either I'll have to chop it off when it's edited, which there really won't be much editing except for adding a beginning and intro and maybe a thank you at the end. But if you use music that's like copyrighted, then they'll take your whole video down. So if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop our recording.
Hey, oh, you heard that?
Okay,
didn't
can I say what they are though, the songs?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do The Eye of the Tiger, which I think is a 80s song. I don't know the name of the band. So if anybody wants to do what we're gonna do, we're gonna just dance and then we're just gonna feel the vibe. So the Eye of the Tiger song is really, you know, we're just like, we're in our power, you know, kind of like that. And so that's very exciting. So you can, you know, feel how you want to dance into that one. I am a trained dancer. I'm just going to be goofing around. I'm not doing anything fancy. But so when you're goofing around, I just invite you to just feel into the music and dance as if nobody's watching and stuff like that. That's why I'm wanting to do the dance part. And then the song, I think HJ, you recommended it, right? That the Happy, is it Happy Feet? No, that's a movie. That's a good one too.
No, it
right?
is. Yeah, the Get Happy. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you were right.
Is that Farrell? I think he sings that. Yeah.
I believe so.
Happy. And then there's the other one that we're gonna do. It's called The Happy Trumpeter. And it's by Bert Kempfert. It's I think a 60s or 70s song. It's very goofy and it's silly. And the thought with that one that we're gonna do off the video is just to wiggle and shake it. I mean, like as if you were a child, because that's part of the dance. It is. It's so goofy. You're gonna be like, "What the hell is she talking about?"
Before we start music, I think we're all just gonna stand up real quick and just like do a little shake, and then I'll close us out. I'll close out
So
our
that's
video.
it. Those are the three. And if anybody wants to find the songs and the music, I highly recommend them. And even if you feel goofy and silly, please just do the dance anyway. Especially the Happy Trumpeter one, because it's kind of funny. Okay. Love you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, love you guys. Kisses. Thank you, everybody who joined us.
Thank you.